Folks, let's bring in Jason Johnson. He's an HLN contributor. He's also a professor of political science at Hiram College. Now, Jason,
I really want to know, because Jane's going to have George Zimmerman's friend on, what that friend thinks about the defense today. You think they were awful.
Yeah, he's got to be really unhappy, unless this was the most brilliant legal rope-a-dope in the world, and they're trying to lull the jury into a sense of complacency. That was terrible defense. If I was George Zimmerman, I'd be measuring jumpsuits right now. He really was not served well by the defense at all.
You think he's scoring points on cross, though? I think Mark O'Mara might be doing it. No, you're not feeling
really,
it.
Because he's telling too much of a story. Look, did the guy say get out of the car or not? That's all you got to ask. And the fact that they keep trying to parse, it's the whole Clinton thing. What does is mean? What does that mean? I don't think that's good for a jury. A jury wants a clearer narrative, and he is not doing a good job of reestablishing his innocence.
Yeah, the opening statement is that roadmap, typically, that people need to see what's coming in this trial. And so from your perspective, you didn't get that clear roadmap from the defense. Did you get it from the prosecution?
I think I got it from the prosecution. Look, they told a really simple story. They said this guy was angry. When he started off with the curse words, it established the mentality of George Zimmerman. Now, look, the prosecution has a harder case in the defense. George Zimmerman is presumed innocent. But Zimmerman didn't score any points for himself today. He didn't make it clear that, look, I felt trapped. I felt like I had no choice. He just didn't do a good job.
Right. And on the defense side, you know, the prosecution started off with curses, but there was a reason for it. Meanwhile, on the defense side, you started off with a knock-knock joke that fell flat, was cringeworthy. Then they got scolded by the judge during the opening. Kind of sloppy. Let's hope they pick it up.
Yeah. Now, so on that knock-knock joke front, Jason, how do you think that plays out, not just in that courtroom, but from the perspective of this being a young man who lost his life?
Well, and
you're making that joke. Because people have different opinions. Some have said, oh, it's not a big deal. Others have said, how could you do that?
No one's going to remember it today, but when we see Trayvon Martin's mother testify in about a week and a half, and she says, this is the mentality of the people who are defending George Zimmerman. They're making jokes and my son died. That's when this is going to come back. This is a jury of 6 women, 5 are mothers. And that kind of levity is inappropriate, and it will come back when they're deliberating on their own later on.
Yeah, and keep in mind, it was on the heels of the prosecution's argument, which was very, in some ways, heartfelt. It was a bit of a somber opening, Jen. It was this sense of, hey, something very difficult has happened. Someone's lost their life, and maybe it didn't strike the right tone. It's definitely a problem for the defense. All right, folks. Jason, thank you so much. Hey, folks.